Today, he was just released from prison. The moment he saw a sexy girl, a wild idea popped into his head. He wanted to kidnap her. The girl clutched her skirt tightly, terrified that Billy might do something crazy. Under his threats, she was pushed into a car. But then, something changed. Billy suddenly lost all his earlier aggression. His breathing grew rapid, and his voice softened. He wanted her to come home with him, just for a day, and pretend to be his wife. The girl gave a faint smile. She had just broken up with her boyfriend. Earlier in the restroom, she had overheard Billy on the phone with his father, bragging about being successful now, and married to a beautiful woman. Clearly, he was putting on an act, and for reasons even she couldn't explain, she decided to help him. Billy got into the driver's seat, but couldn't start the car. The truth was, he didn't know how to drive. Trying to save face, he lied and said he was used to driving luxury cars. He just couldn't handle this old clunker. The girl saw right through him, but didn't call him out. Instead, she took the wheel and drove them off. She was a skilled driver, and soon they arrived at Billy's parents' house. But just before stepping inside, Billy started to panic. He kept telling her, "Don't be nervous, just think of it as meeting some friends." But in reality, he was the one shaking and short of breath. It turned out he hadn't been home in over a decade. His parents had long forgotten about him. This visit wasn't about family. It was his last-ditch effort to prove he wasn't the failure they believed him to be. The door opened. His father remained cold and distant, but to Billy's surprise, he was overly kind to the girl, at one point even hugging her tightly when Billy wasn't looking. During dinner, his mother saw a football game on TV. It reminded her of a big game she missed years ago, the day Billy was born. She muttered bitterly, "I still regret not watching that game. Maybe he shouldn't have been born at all." Billy didn't say a word. When he accidentally pointed a dinner knife at his father lashed out at him, yelling again. As a child, Billy never received a shred of love in this house. His only companion was a loyal dog, a dog his father later killed in front of him. To Billy, this house had never been a home. It was a cage of cruelty. The girl listened quietly, heart aching. She couldn't imagine how he had survived a childhood like that. They left the house and checked into a hotel. While Billy was getting ready to take a shower, the girl asked to join him. Billy refused, but she stepped in anyway. The two sat naked across from each other in the bathtub. Billy looked down, too shy to meet her eyes. She didn't tease him. When they finished, she lay quietly on the bed, waiting. Billy cautiously climbed in beside her, stiff as a board, afraid to get too close. But she reached out and gently took his hand. Only then did Billy begin to relax. He rested his head on her chest, breathing in her soft scent. That night, he slept better than he had in years, but the alarm clock woke him early. He had something big to do. He was going to kill the man who had rigged that football game years ago, the man who ruined his life and drove him to bankruptcy. The girl didn't know what he was planning, but she could sense something was wrong in his eyes. "Can you give me a hug?" she asked. What sounded like a simple request, Billy turned down. He only agreed to a handshake, but the girl didn't let go. She pulled him into a hug anyway. Then she whispered, "When you come back, bring me a coffee. I'll be here waiting." Billy nodded, but he didn't say whether that was a promise. He found the man. He could have pulled the trigger, but if he did, he'd never see her again. So he walked away. He tossed the gun, stepped into a coffee shop, and bought a cup of coffee. He even treated everyone inside to dessert. In the end, Billy came back to her.